Welcome to a new story. Black magic is a form of sorcery that relies on malevolent and malicious forces. Magic can be used as an excuse and used in the most evil acts that any human being can ever imagine, such as killing, separating, harming others, and destroying. For the magician and those who resort to him, the most important thing for them is to achieve personal gain, and they do not care about the harmful effects that befall others due to their actions and the actions of people like them who are stripped of all human feelings. Our story today is a true story that tells of a young man who is still studying at the university level, but he was unable to restrain his increasing curiosity day after day towards exploring the book, SHAMS ALMAAREF. And one day, after finishing his first-year university exams, he decided to go to the old library and ask about the book. Although he was able to obtain a copy that was not an original, he was happy at that time, immersive. He set out for home, and as soon as he arrived, he hid the book and waited for the appropriate opportunity. About 10 days later, his family went to attend their cousin's wedding, so he pretended to be tired and did not go with them. He had previously read secretly at night in his beloved book. He had decided in advance the first spell he wanted to perform, and he actually applied everything. He brought some candles and worked to light them and extinguish all the lamps in the house. He drew the symbols listed for the spell and waited for the signal. He remembered the coffee he had put on the stove, so he went to reassure his heart. And when he returned, he found the candles had gone out. Altogether, this was a sign, and he did not know about it. Only moments later, he found his family returning. He was amazed at their situation and asked them why they did not attend the wedding, the latest thing. They were amazed at his situation and asked him if he had been asleep after they had gone and had only just woken up. He looked at the clock and was suddenly shocked. He did not feel the time at all. He waited for a few days, but the genie that he had prepared to serve him as he believed did not appear to him. So he decided to seek the nearest opportunity to perform another spell, but it was stronger than the first, and one of its most important conditions was to slaughter a black cat. He was concerned about the black cat and where to find it, so he decided not to bother himself with searching since he would not be able to slaughter an innocent being. He heard the house bell and opened the door to find a cat before his eyes. A black woman was looking at him, and he felt deep down as if she had come to him to do to her what he had read in the book. Indeed, he carried out the spell to the letter. He slaughtered the black cat and made its blood a tool for drawing talismans and spells on the bathroom floor. He made some of its blood and mixed it with his own blood, and then made the mixed blood flow from the top of his head onto the rest of his body. He sat down for the second time, waiting for the signal. But at these moments, his family came and interrupted his privacy, so he wiped away the blood and concealed all evidence. On the same day, strange things began to appear. While he was returning from work on vacation, he found his little sister sitting on the stairs in the dark. When he shouted at her, she ran into the house, so he followed her and started yelling at her. When his father asked him about the reason for his screams and loud voice, he told him the news, and he was amazed at his father's condition. He was shocked when he told him that his little sister had been asleep for a long time, and when he entered her room, he found her deep in sleep. And what surprised him was that she was wearing clothes other than the ones he had seen her on the stairs. 3 days later, he felt sleep overwhelming all his senses, and he found himself sleeping on the sofa next to the bathroom. He felt as if there were 2 black fingernails pulling him under the sofa, and despite all his attempts to escape this feeling, he did not succeed. And when he opened his eyes, he found her in front of him. She was a queen. One of the jinn prepared it the second time, and it killed the genie who prepared it the first time. She just wanted him to divert her, otherwise he did not know how dangerous what awaited him was. He did not know the methods of transfer and did not mention anything similar in the book. He felt extremely afraid of her threats, and was certain from the beginning that his curiosity would one day be the reason for ending his entire life. In the same week, his mother fell ill with a strange condition. She no longer spoke to anyone and did not know her husband or children. She did not eat or sleep, and her condition was as difficult as it was strange. Despite taking her to more than one doctor, no one ever discovered what was wrong with her. They tied her hands, and her legs are in the bed. All this, and the young man did not think that all of these conditions in his house were because of what he had done, and because of his accursed black book. His mother had a brother who lived in the land of the 2 holy mosques. When he learned of his sister's deteriorating condition, he came to see her, and when he saw her, he sat on the floor and could not bear it. He knew that her condition was due to the jinn, He had taught a spiritual healer for many years, and with his long experience, as soon as he started reading to her, he was able to learn everything that happened to them all. He grabbed his nephew and asked him in a threatening and menacing tone, "Where is the book?" The young man had succeeded in hiding it on the roof of the house. He brought the book to him and began his work. The first thing he did was he burned it and began treating his sister. The strange phenomena were fading little by little, but they all appeared to the young man. He was hurt and unable to speak about what he saw and encountered. Father, the queen of the jinn, leaving their lives without harm, especially to the young man who made them subject to his word. Despite all his uncle's attempts to prevent the jinn from him, he was unable to do anything for him, and after a month they found him drowned in his own blood in the bathroom, with the same hieroglyphs drawn with his own hand before. Your support means the world. Until next time, stay safe.